Attention. This video is a record of a live stream held at twitch.tv/Corvid_communications. If you want to actively participate in chat or otherwise interact, please follow us on Twitch, and follow us on other social media sites as well. Please enjoy the following content.
Good evening. Oh. There we go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Corvid Communications Executive Stream. As always, I am Calvin Cawthorne, CEO of Corvid Communications Incorporated, and your host. Let's see who we've got here. That we know are here. Welcome in Royce, and welcome in Meldeborn. It is good to have both of you back. I am glad to see you. So, we have a couple of things I think I need to go over before... Hey, wow. Welcome in, Pavor. Also, you were really quick on that redeem. I think you were probably the first person to notice. Welcome in, Pavor. Glad to have you here. Also, I'm working on... Royce actually gave me this idea a while back. I know a lot of people place a lot of... I don't know. There's a lot of ways different people treat their VIP slots, but Royce, I think, does a wonderful job with his. He uses his as sort of a passive shout-out for other creators whose content he enjoys. And I thought that was a brilliant idea, so I stole... Sorry. I borrowed this idea to use on my own channel. So, if you see the little VIP badge next to someone's name in chat, just know they're a content creator and they're one I enjoy and endorse. So, that's the first announcement. Oh, and this Friday, we are doing the first Horrific Hangout stream, which is basically Mr. Cawthorne's gonna work on one of his many, many side projects he likes to do in his free time, while also chatting and having some sort of, I guess you could say not very, necessarily input-heavy game. Yes, Pavor! Welcome in! Also, I like the new Is that emote new? Pavor is a VTuber I enjoy watching every now and again. He tends to play Souls-likes, Borderlands, Dead by Daylight, among others. Yes. So, what else was there? Oh, yes. As far as... Slightly new. Gotcha. As far as progress on the song cover that I have promised you, I have finished drawing the... I have finished drawing the cover art. Every time I'd start talking, Baby Calvin would be like, nya, nya, yama, yama. But, yes. Well, my train of thought's gone. Yes, I just finished the cover art for the song cover. I want to do that so when I post it places, it's not just, you know, a blank screen, maybe a stock photo. I wanted to have an art cover. That was one I personally drew. I'm not going to say it's the best art because I will admit drawing is not my best suit. I'm better at writing and world building. I will be the first to say that. I'll be the first to admit it, although I will say I think I did an okay job, all things considered, considering I have very little experience with drawing on a tablet. Was there anything else? Oh, yes. I'm still trying to figure out whether I should continue playing the Penumbra series and just progress to the next game, or take a break from the series and play a few of the shorter widget games that haven't done so well in polls or things like that. Let me know what you think if you have an opinion, but you can say that at literally any time. Oh, speaking of, if you kind of want alerts of what's going on, the soonest my Discord, shameless plug here, is probably the best place to do that. Because I post everything first. I usually post anything of importance a day later on Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitter. There's a lot of places. The only thing that is an exception to that is clips, and that's just because, well, kind of hard to publish clips when when you're hiding them from the video sharing sites. All right. But was there anything else? Oh, right. Actually, the week of April 20th through what is it, Levy? The 29th? The 29th, you may be seeing an increase of content for me for a while, just because Mrs. Cawthorn is taking baby Cawthorn, and they're visiting her parents' estate south of us. Huh? And because Mrs. Cawthorn wants her mother's help to work on a few quilting projects that she does in her free time, so she's going to be away for a week because her mom has equipment that we do not have access to, nor the space here. Nor the funding, because I don't know if any of you know this, I don't know if any of you sew, but quilting equipment can be expensive. Sewing equipment that's outside of like a basic needle and thread are expensive. All right, but let's get to the game, shall we? Did Baby Kaufman just left? All right, so as stated before, we are in Shadows over Loathing, which is the sequel to West of Loathing, which is another game I enjoy greatly. Oh, right, I just remembered something else that I'm really happy about. So, ever since a recent update to OBS Studio, I had been having the worst time managing my chat, and that is because for some reason, the chat dock and the activity feed dock no longer were there. And just yesterday, I decided to Google, hey, is there a way to bring this back? Because I thought for some reason or another, they decided to get rid of that feature. Turns out, all I had to do was disconnect and reconnect my Twitch, and it's fixed.
Turn it off and on again.
Yeah, turn it off and on again. Why is that? Why does that fix so many problems? It upsets me how often that fixes the problem. Like, granted, I'm glad it didn't cost money or anything, or I had to figure out coding again. But also, like, why? All right, we're going to the swamp in this game, which is referred to as the Big Moist. And Chapter 4 is called Swamped. Lovely. Yes, I hope we don't run into any ogres. You wouldn't trust this rickety old shelter to protect you from a single raindrop.
They might make me waffle. Or at least have a friend who does.
It's a notice board. See what there is to notice. There's a poster for the local tourist bureau advertising something called Mudhenge. Apparently, it's the biggest henge in the country. Might be worth a look. Check the board for anything else of interest. Another poster grabs your attention. Missing, Tom Chapman, inquire at Largemouth Bass and Sons. The face of a teenage boy is circled in an attached photograph. A portrait of the boy and his elder male relatives, each holding a largemouth bass proportionate to his own height. There's a similar poster right beneath it. Missing, Kathy Tracy, inquire at Largemouth Bass and Sons. What is going on at Largemouth Bass and Sons? Make a missing poster for Charles. While you don't have a pin with which to attach a poster to the notice board, you could write Charles' name on the missing posters that are already there. Cross out Largemouth Bass and Sons and write Charles Wallace. While you don't have missing, Tom Chapman, inquire at Charles and Wallace. Kathy Tracy, inquire at Charles Wallace. That'll get people looking for Charles. Did it work? Maybe. You've already noticed everything worth noticing. It's a bus stop. No point in walking out of the swamp where there's a perfectly good bus stop right there. Map of swamp. Why is it sweet? Why is this sponge? Well, let's go to Mudhenge. Let's go to Mudhenge first. You slog through the swamp. Your slog through the swamp is interrupted by an unfortunately familiar face.
There you are, dearie. How nice to see you again. Although I would have wished for a more festive setting, but I'm afraid this can't wait for the winter snow.
Ah, geez, not you again.
Me again? Doc Noel at your service.
You'd be doing me a service by leaving me alone.
Now, don't be such a Grinch. I have presents for you.
I suppose in this setting they wouldn't know what the Grinch is, would they? Scrooge would be more appropriate, though I doubt they have that either. No. But there's a Christmas-themed opponent. Wait, did you say presents?
That's right. Painful retribution and Yuletide curses. It was very clever of you hiding in the Institute, all warm and cozy behind the Dean's wards, where I couldn't get to you. But now that you're near the source of our power, it's time for me to deck your halls, if you get my meaning.
That could be taken so many directions.
Do tell. What sort of direction?
Well, to deck somebody could mean to give them a pounding to the ground. Could also be a reference to activities I am not going to talk about on Twitch. I'm just looking for my uncle. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about the Dean, or your plans, or these weird dreams, or any of it. She lays a finger aside of her nose. Her eyes start to glow red and green. Swell. It's brush rat time. Oh, look, shadowy beings from beyond the grave. Okay, do I have anything that can damage? Oh, I do. Let's see, I'm gonna start with that. 3 bleed. Alright. Parmesan missile! Hocus Swiss hocus! And now... Mind melt! And now just hit her with a wand. Hit her where it hurts, yes. I got killed by astral geometry.
Geometry.
Alright, time to shoot. Pew 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 pew. My bird ran away. Coward. Absolute coward. You lost. Noelle looms over you, gloating with a similar look in your eyes. You totally lost that fight on purpose. You don't even care. She takes a small snowflake-shaped cookie cutter out of her pocket and presses it into your forehead. It's painfully old. You got a perk. Noelle's dark sigil. It's the most horrible time of the year. -1 muscle, -1 mysticality, and -1 moxie. Well, gosh darn, I don't have moxie anymore.
Next time I see you, dearie, I'll be bringing the sleigh bells.
She dances away into the swamp. I mean, I didn't even ask for you to be here, lady. You came here on your own. A very clean booth for such a muddy henge. Welcome to my...
Wait, that's not the right voice either. That's the old-timey talk voice.
This one's the right one. Welcome to my henge.
What is this place? Friend?
It's Mudhenge.
I don't know you. Why are you calling me? I think Baby Cawthorn may want out of the chair. I'll go get him fast. Just one moment, chap. Okay, I am back. Sorry for that. Also, what voice am I still on? Am I still on the... No, I'm not. I'm on normal. Okay. Is that like Stonehenge? I don't see the...
Harrison.
You don't. Look, we could talk for hours.
It's about Stonehenge. Stonehenge is big. Stonehenge is strong. I've gone over all of this. So with respect, what I'm interested in talking about is Mudhenge. It is a formidable monument in its own right. There's so much more than a first draft of Stonehenge, as they say in the magazines.
I'd like to visit Mudhenge. Well, and why?
Leaving you with the best and most mysterious henge this side of the border. Admission is to meet.
Here? I knew you wouldn't be able to come.
All this way without seeing the famous Mudhenge. Here's a pamphlet that goes over just about everything we know about the history of this ancient monument.
How much you want to bet that history's just gonna say, some guy built this like 3 years ago? I'm looking for someone. Charles Wallace, about my height, similar build. Another missing person? Another person? I didn't mean to presume, just a lot of folks have a habit of walking into Mudhenge and never coming.
That's why we don't promote the Mudhenge Challenge anymore. But that's a very real risk of going missing. And that makes Mudhenge such a popular destination for tourists.
Tourists want to go missing.
Sure, folks get their thrills in different ways, but in the end, we all gotta get him. I like to make earrings out of live scorpions.
Why alive? At least, like, kill them first. Is that dangerous? Mostly for the grasshoppers on
My shoulders, but again, they need the thrill.
What's so special about Mudhenge? Special?
During the storm solstice, it's said that the needle of a compass placed upon the central altar will point not to west, but secret west, where lies the thing you need the most. That's special enough for you?
When is the swamp solstice? If you're in a swamp,
It's pretty much always swamp solstice.
what is secret west?
I'm no mystician. But secret west is the direction in which lies the thing your heart is most missing. And it's said that a compass laid on the altar of Mudhenge during the swamp solstice will point to secret west. That was the object of Mudhenge Challenge, but of course, you don't run the challenge anymore. Too hard, too many missing presumably deads.
What does that mean, your thing your heart's most missing? Well, it's kinda
Up to you, up to your heart, that is. Could be a secret crush, a new job, maybe just a piece of bread.
So have you seen Charles? Sorry, couldn't tell you, folks.
Don't always leave a name when they visit.
You don't have a guest book. Used to, then one night it won.
But Mudhenge never came back.
Mudhenge sounds like the easiest place to get lost, apparently. I'll be on my way, thanks. I don't know. Someone's going to lose their job at the fence factory. So wait, I didn't have to pay to meet the whole time? Oh, that was weird. Arcane message. Translate transcripts. Well, I know what to do here. Time to drink something that gives me mystic power.
Are you kidding me?
A short brochure, complimentary to your admission to Mudhenge. Little is known about the history of Mudhenge. Loading delayed. Welcome in. Thank you for the daily sacrifice. A short brochure. That pamphlet was so worth the 2 meat. Fondue cooking for huge groups. Ooh, I got a crowd control ability. Not right now. Put it away. Advanced projectile physics. Okay. Oh, right. I was looking for an item that increased my mysticality. Mysticality. Baklava. Baklava is all I have. Vegetable sausage, bucket of chum, berry cake. Wait, what was the question? It is. Alright, arcane message and translated. The message on the rock reads, Drowned Mary's crown is buried past the hued tower. Okay. Go through this one. Time to randomly go through hedges. Hedges? Henges? I don't know what the word for these is. Archways? What's that tower over to the east? Oh, east? I thought you said west.
No, I said eat.
Okay. So this is probably why people go missing. Okay. Go through this way. Oh, hey! There's a professor! Wait! Also, why can't I go that way? Yeah. You know, I hate the fact that I don't have a guide or anything. Choose not to be cold. +3 armor. Well, if I keep going around... Gatorman! Mr. Gatorman, I need to speak to you. I need to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior and Mother Shamitha? Do you want to join our cult, sir? For sure you'll have some fun. You totally won't be sacrificed. Time to go random directions until something makes sense. Because the game certainly is not going to tell me, and all of these look the same. Doobie doobie dooba, doobie doobie dooba, hey Jackie. Wait, person. Uh-oh. Whew, I hope everyone's having a good week so far. After all, it is only Tuesday.
Tuesday, the day before Monday, the day after. Oh. Down. There.
Nothing over here. So it's just a bunch of mud archways with,
This is why we use those certain towels for the kitchen.
Wait, why is this one glowy? Wait. Am I making progress? Am I making progress?
No!
Probably not. This is like the maze in the Saffron City gym in the first Pokemon, but with even less direction. I don't know where I came from. I don't know where I go. Oh. Hello. You look like a not friend. Hello, we've met before, haven't we?
When we meet, it is not me.
Huh. It's not much time. This to help you go where you are going. Sorry. Mystic sigils. Wait, I don't have enough hobo code? Oh no! Mystic shadows, mystic shadows. Drowned Mary's crown. I'm looking for a tower. What's that over to the west? This crazed Gatorman appeared out of nowhere and is champing at the bit to make sure you're nowhere 5 minutes from now. Wait, what am I looking at here? Oh, have you not seen a Gatorman yet? Sorry, it's hard to keep track. These are the guys Jessica mentioned, and they're pretty much what you'd expect from the name Gatorman. They're intelligent, upright walking alligators, and they have tough, scaly skin, lots of teeth, and pissy attitudes about everything that they aren't already eating. They especially hate intruders and are the second biggest reason that this swamp isn't a popular tourist destination. First being, it's a swamp. In any case, the Gatorman in front of you looks like he wants to give you a bad time. Okay. Pew! Hot damage. Grenade! Oh. Unfortunate for me. He's gonna... Never mind. Stilton Splatter! $17 HP. We did it, chat. The Gatorman rallies for another round, but a hand raises from the swamp and drags him down screaming. Oh boy, screaming. A backpack stashed in the swamp is certain to contain illicit material. Parental guidance is advised. Oh boy, illicit material, my favorite. There's a complete change of clothes in the sack and a black embossed card sticking out of the black pants pocket. Read the card. Drowned Mary's crown is buried past... The nudist creed. Nothing is worn. Everything is visible. You will like to leave everything in the bag where you found it. Nothing is your size, anyway. Interesting. Wait, was I supposed to follow the Gatorman? I need to go back. I need to go back. Go back from whence I came! Hello, Mr. Professorman. Go this way. Oh, look, another Gatorman. Why is this area all glow? Whoops. I wonder if it just randomly selects what room I wind up in. Unfortunately, the game's lack of detail means they all look the same. If there were even one difference, I might have an easier time with this puzzle. Okay, go this way. Go this way. Go that way. I am lost, so very, very lost. I mean, this is one of those puzzles where you really just have to brute force it. Because there is nothing else you can... Hi, friend. Stop. Ooh, it's glowy here. Glowy here means there's probably something. Whee! What I need is Mystic Root. Going this way, go...
Oh,
What's he doing?
hanging on me. You smell like poop. No.
Another friend. Guess we're not friends. He ran away. I need to see Mystic Runes. Oh, Mystic Runes.
He got food in his ear again.
Oh. Okay. Need to find the Gatorman. What's your size? Okay, I'm betting once I see a speech bubble that says, hey, a tower to the east or something, it will then let me through. No wonder people keep going missing. Don't make them go directions I can't. That is rude. Yeah, I'm about as grumpy as my guy this time around. Hi, bud. I've seen like 5 professor guys. And none of them have told... And none of them have told me where to go. Gatorman. Mystic Runes. Backpack I've not seen. I am so totally lost yet. You know what? Let's come back to this one. Let's go somewhere else. Suddenly, a tuft of swamp shrubbery. Swubbery? Arts and a Gatorman pops out glaring at you. He doesn't seem immediately hostile, but you're wary. Hello? Human? How human? Well, both my Smell wrong! Human not stink! You smell basically normal, as far as you can tell in the swamp.
Dark stink. Shadow stink.
Ah, you know about the shadow stuff?
Shadow good. Good stink. Like stink.
Wow, this is a roller coaster of a conversation.
I follow. Kill enemies. Name Alphonse.
Can I call you Al?
No.
Can you at least stop yelling?
Ah.
Fine. Alphonse joined you as a companion. I'm going to take him with me. I'm going to continue on with my new gator friend. State your business. Business, pleasure, largemouth bass. Business. Do what you must then, but for your own good don't hang around largemouth bass and sons. It's cursed of late. Stranger sales are down. Children going missing. The bosses have stopped speaking to one another. I'd quit, but God help me, I love the damned fish. What goes on at this place? At Largemouth Bass and Sons, we fish largemouth bass, and most of us are sons. Why don't the bosses speak to one another? Between you and me, 3,600 largemouth bass, Mr. Chapman and Tracy haven't been on speaking terms since Mr. Chapman was snubbed at the Academy Award a few years back. They tolerate each other only because they both perform a function vital to this business, which is Mr. Tracy debones the fish and Mr. Chapman rebones them. Only then are the fish ready for more. So they take the bones out and put the bones back in. Are you saying take out the fish's bones and put them back in? It's tradition. For generations, the Chapman has deboned the bass, and Tracy rebones them. That unique process is what gives our bass its distinctive tang. What do you think happened to the kids? If you ask me, that's just what I did. Hell, they ran off. This life isn't for everyone, and Tom and Kathy, they never had the makings of a largemouth bass deboner or reboner. The guard eyes you suspiciously. Well, I'm eyeing the guard suspiciously. This guard seems a little nervous. Why? Is there a spooky floating chef man next to you?
Does this frighten you?
Are the shotguns keeping you out, or something else in? Who cares? I'm going inside. Alright.
Emptied to magnify the misfortune of my strolling daughter.
Any idea who did this?
I have my suspicion, yes.
When did this happen?
3 nights ago. I'm still in shock. I can't even muster the strength to close the safe.
I can do it for you. It's not hard. Would you? Sure.
Bless you.
This grizzled mariner must hate being stuck behind a desk. Talk to him. Greetings. As a mariner, do you hate being stuck behind a desk?
Excuse me? I make 6 figures a year behind this desk. And mind your manners. You're addressing Adam Tracy, Chief Deboning Officer of Largemouth Bass and Sons. Are you here about Kathy?
I saw some posters about missing children.
That's right. 3 nights ago, Cassie disappeared along with all her clothes and possessions, the contents of that safe there, and the company truck. Oh, and the Chapman kid.
Sounds like she might have run away from home.
I'll excuse that remark as you don't know my Kathy, but suffice it to say that's impossible. Kathy loves largemouth bass as much as assuming preordained roles in a multi-generational family business. No, Kathy would not simply leave home. There's much simpler explanation. Occam's gator.
Occam's gator?
A monstrous gatorman, centuries old, 10 feet tall, if he's an inch, with scales as blue as the deepest ocean. He has 2 tails as sharp as razors, and he's not afraid to shave you. His appetites are insatiable. He'll strike at night, gobble up our fish, guns, tax returns, whatever. And now I fear my Kathy.
I'm gonna take a drink. Keep listening.
I don't know what we did to provoke Keziah, but the beast has bullied and bothered our business since my grandfather was in toddler pants. Sometimes I think the swamp himself has summoned him up to be our tormentor.
You think Occam's gator ate cat?
You have to understand. For decades, Occam's Gator has been the sole author of this business's misfortune. Could he eat a child? Absolutely, that's his MO, or monstrous operandi. If Occam's Gate ate Kathy, aren't we too late? Not necessarily. Occam's only handicap is his glacially slow digestion. Go ask Sylvester, a god of ours. He was swallowed up by Occam's, but by stripping off in his belly and greasing his body in Occam's own fat, he was able to slither up and out of Occam's jaw.
See?
He doesn't seem especially bothered. Okay. Okay, where can I find Sylvester?
I don't know. We had to terminate him for attempting to unionize.
If he's unionizing with himself, is there a finder's fee?
300 meat and my grandfather's fishing rod. But I'm running the show, alright? Not Chapman. I know he's got a busy boy too. But you can't involve a reboner in an operation like this. They're far too emotional. If you're dealing with me, you have to keep him out of it.
Deal? I'll be on my way. Hi. Okay, if that's where the quarters are and I can't go in there. Aquatomy of fresh and saltwater game fish. A certificate of nomination for award. Be it known that Adam Tracy was nominated for an Aquatomy of Merit for Outstanding Achievement, Best Deboning, Bass. Though the knife of the deboner doth still shape the largemouth bass, and the world through our action, there are legion who do not believe and would tear down thy work. The Book of Garrett. I don't know who Garrett is, but they probably love fishing.
It's a mess through there. Oh, I don't mind. I don't mean it's messy. I'm saying that's a room where we have meals, that type of mess.
I thought they only really used that term in the armed forces.
You don't consider fishing to be a part of the armed forces? What do you think we use to hold the rods?
I don't know, your legs?
Don't be dense.
Okay. Take a bottle of bass oil. Why, it's glued to the table. Bottles crate the whole thing. Now, you notice the reverse of the sign, which reads, if you can. Take the sign. You got an item. Annoying sign. Can I take the bottle now? No, I can't.
Kitty kitty.
The cat ignores you or attempts to befriend it. Only true loyalty to the fisherman's cause will win it over. The refrigerator hums with quiet menace. Or maybe it's the motor. The only item inside is a sardine salad sandwich in a cardboard box. The box is labeled Adams, do not eat. What are you doing? Okay. What do you think, chat? Should I eat it? There's a bass thawing in the sink, and in each of the drawers. He'll never know. The sandwich smacks of something foul and deeply wrong, as if the food had rotted itself to punish your minor transgression. It reminds you of the story your friend Eve, who ate a forbidden window display sandwich and was cast out from the Garden of Eaton's restaurant. You gain an effect, original sandwich. Like Eve, you have tasted a forbidden sandwich and must taste the consequences. The door is locked, making this room even more disappointing. Well, hey, we got a free sandwich out of the deal. I'd say it was a success. All right.
No.
All right. Yitty.
Boo-boo, stop.
White Wolf of Rivia, thank you for your daily sacrifice and welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see. The chum bucket is inscribed. A stranger's just a chum you haven't met yet. The bucket is secured to the floor. Those are decorative. And the chum inside? It's the very first batch of chum ever made by largemouth bass and sons. Back in the summer of 1803, it reminds us of our humble beginnings. Can I have it? No. This chum bucket is inscribed. Champagne for my real chums. Real pain for my sham
Hey,
chum.
Mr. Cawthorn. How's my favorite boss doing?
I am doing well. It's been a pretty okay week so far, and I had my second leg day at the gym after going for about a week. And unlike last week, where I could barely walk, I feel weak in the legs, but I don't feel as though I might need a wheelchair. The chum bucket is inscribed, chum pain for my real chums, real pain for my chum chums. That one's a little more esoteric. And look, how about you, White Wolf? How are you doing? Lo, with the reboning knife of righteousness, has a complete bass been forged. Surely if... Oh, yeah. Okay. I got an ad break in about 5 minutes.
No, like. Okay.
Oh,
So.
alright.
Time for the habit.
Surely a fisherman yearns for a glorious death at sea, not to wind up behind a desk. Talk to him. Hello there. I wonder, do you ever wish you had a glorious death at sea? Ho ho, many a tree creature has tried to give me one, pal. But before they get their teeth in me, I've reboned them 6 ways to Sonntag. That's Sunday in German, for those of you who may not know. At least I think it's German. Translate. Oh, it is Sunday! My high school German class taught me well. He spits a wad of chewing tobacco out the door. Kai Chapman, Chief Rebounding Officer, Largemouth Bass and Sons, and you must be Calvin, the one I hear's thrown in his lot with that woeful deboner next door. Oh, surprised I know your name? Well, largemouth bass have ears. I'd like to talk to you about your son, and possibly your car's extended warranty if we can help it. I'm not sure I want to discuss my son with the Confederate of Cassie Tracy, that Jezebel of a deboner's daughter. Yesterday was pretty fun. Oh, what happened yesterday? She's a delinquent sorceress who never cared a Walt Whitman for what we do here with largemouth bass, and she led my Tom into the belly of Occam's gator. Oh, Occam's gator, I've heard of him. The Chapman's cheek darkened to the murky hue of a humpback anglerfish. There's a humpback anglerfish? As long as there's been a largemouth bass and sons, there's been an Occam's gator. To our great misfortune, I'd venture that there's no creature of land or sea quite so terrible. 12 feet tall he is, red as a furnace, with smoke billowing from his nostrils. He and his rapacious appetites are a plague on our business. He'll eat everything we've got. Largemouth bass, everything. Well, I mean, when largemouth bass is all you do. The VTuber mod I mod for is playing Doom for the first time, and it was epic seeing him rip it. Oh, nice. The new one or the original? It keeps me up at night wondering what we did to deserve him. Is it a sin against the land to both debone and rebone fish? Perhaps, but damn it, that's what gives our bass its zing. Do you think Tom could have run away on his own? Absolutely not. Tom's a third-generation bass boy. Proud and true. Why, just last month he said, I'm excited about my future in reboning largemouth bass. Dad, does that sound like the words of a boy with 1 foot out the door? No, there's a simpler explanation, the siren song of Kathy Tracy who lures good men into the bellies of gators. You're being a little sexist, don't you think? Not remotely. I'm not saying anything about her gender at all. I'm only saying that she may have got my boy eaten by a gator man. But when you throw words like Jezebel, it sounds a little loaded. 2016 Doom? Nice. That, I've played a little bit of that one. It is excellent, and actually the first Doom game I've played. Also, the only Doom game I've played, actually. Is it? It is? Well, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm willing to change, but you have to be patient with me, all right? I'm old-fashioned, and I can't keep up with all the new ideas your generation has. Gender, penicillin. That's all I wanted to ask you about your son. I'm looking for someone myself.
I know the name. Some fool wrote it on a missing poster I had up of Tom. I've been wondering who or what he is. Is he a fish? No. Then I'm not the person to ask. I'm a fisherman, friend. My bag is fish. If you're looking for a human, you'll want... Personally, I played the OG Doom for the NES. Nice. You are a human fisherman. His expression turns sour. Now that you've poked a hole in his premise, he's lost interest in the conversation. Be seeing you. What's back there? Your quarters? And how would you know that? That's where Mr. Tracy has his. Maybe the two of you are more similar than you think. Back off, Freud! Can I go inside? Into our family's private quarters? I'd sooner let a dogfish loose in my socks. Is that something you do? Rarely. What lies beyond the door is only for fishermen. Can I fish here? Ah! This must be the mess, right? It is? Oh. We're gonna go on a brief ad intermission, if you don't mind, because I noticed a little time here. I'll see you all in a moment. In the meantime, I'm going to put Baby Cawthorn to bed. Stress is a constant in life. Management at Corvid Communications understands this. Taking care of your daily fill. Maybe you work long hours and don't get paid enough to make ends meet. Maybe you're tired of the drudgery of dealing with ungrateful, unpleasable customers. Life is hard, and while we could alleviate all your life's ills, we're choosing to help you with stress management, because that is the one that affects your longevity and productivity the most. It may be helpful to know what stress is. Stress is defined as a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. For most people, there will always be times where the job seems stressful, though there are certain lazy, worthless souls for whom their job was always way too stressful. These are the sort that soon find themselves summarily unemployed. Immediate symptoms of stress are as follows: shortness of breath, headaches, upset stomach, racing heart, sweating, changes in appetite, dry mouth. Most everyone experiences this now and again in isolated incidents. However, if this stress is not managed, it can become chronic. Your body will remain in a fight or flight state, which can lead to problems such as insomnia, hair loss, heart disease, fluctuations in weight, high blood pressure, loss of interest in hobbies. Here at Corvid Communications, we expect your work to be your hobby. Therefore, we cannot afford you losing interest in your work. As such, the Department of Human Resources has created several strategies to help employees deal with individual stress incidents. Deep breathing. This technique is most effective during or after stressful situations. This is best used when you feel very overwhelmed. Perhaps your workload for the day seems insurmountable. It just seems as though it is simply impossible to complete your tasks for the day. If these feelings are starting to set in, stop all work activity for a moment. Sit up straight or stand. Take anywhere from 10 to 20 deep breaths. For best results, breathe from the stomach and take as deep of breaths as possible.
Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe at a slow, even pace. It may be wise to step away from your workstation for a moment while performing this exercise. However, spending too long away from your desk will result in disciplinary action. In addition to simply bringing feelings of stress to manageable levels, deep breathing exercises also lower blood pressure, increase energy, relieves pain, and relaxes the muscles. As demonstrated, not only does this exercise relieve stress, it can also help to manage the symptoms of chronic stress. That being said, this exercise alone may not always be sufficient. Meditation. Meditation is the act of giving your attention to only one thing, either as a religious activity or as a way of becoming calm and relaxed. While originally created as a religious practice, Corvid Communications assures you that there is no deeper meaning to our recommending this exercise. There may be times when you have just dealt with a very problematic customer. Perhaps they could not accept that it was against policy to help them. Perhaps they were yelling at you over the phone. Maybe they called you every nasty word they could think of, and it happened to be sufficient to fill a dictionary. Maybe this is your everyday life at your job. In these circumstances, you may need to spend times on your break or during your time off to work on this fine art of meditating.
Okay, sorry about that. We're back.
We proudly serve reboned fish, just the way we like it. I don't want to see you slipping any bones on that fish, you hear?
You definitely won't see that. Speaking of the OG Doom, I was having a laugh yesterday because said VTuber I mod for found an Easter egg in 2016 Doom related to classic Doom by accident on his first run. That's actually really cool. Alright, can I not go in the mess for you? I want it. I want it. Very well, guess I'll fish here. The viscous puddle reflects a gloomy face. Talk to it. The puddle or the man? The puddle, please. Hello, sir. It can't understand you. There's a puddle. Talk to him, the man. What's the matter with you? She left me. Who left you? Amphibious truck. Oh, so not a person. No, I'm more interested in amphibious trucks. So what happened to your truck? Our truck. It's a company truck. We used to take the fish to the market. A couple nights ago, I forgot to fill her up for bed, and that must have really ticked her off. Because the next morning, she was gone. No, nothing. Could it have anything to do with the missing kids? Tom? Kathy? You'd have to talk to Mr. Tamman or Mr. Tracy about that. Maybe they took the truck? I don't know. Seems like a stretch. When did the children go missing? Same day as the truck, but I think that's probably a coincidence. How far could someone have gone in the truck? With the gas left in her? Couldn't have gone further than 100 miles. 100 mile. Okay. No, 100. Sorry, 100 is fisherman lingo. It means 11. Missing truck, huh? That's a shame. She'll be back. She has to come back, so I have gas. Otherwise, then where will she be? Good luck with the truck. I gotta go. The guard seems happy to be here, but skeptical of you. Alright, gotta go. My break at work is over. Have fun and stay safe. Oh, I will. Is there any way I can fish here? Didn't want to fish here anyway. Time to increase our muscle. Let's see. Potion. Super Soldier. Super Soldier Serum. Increases maximum HP, increases Moxie, increases regen. Hot Armor. I already have Hot Armor. Moxie, 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 Moxie. Lip Balm, Sleeves Armor, Magical Weapon Attacks, Nasty Old Coffee, Diner Coffee, Face Grease, Ranged Weapon, Black Sludge, Physical Armor, Red Cola, Vibrating Solution, Fish Liver, Increased Muscle. Yes. Alright. What do you know about Occam's Gator? Oh, that's fake. It is? Yeah, that's a legend. An old bass wife's tale. Something things go missing or the businesses run of bad luck, and folks want a deeper explanation for it, but I can tell you that nobody here is laid idols in any giant gatorman. The bosses can't even agree on what he's supposed to look like. So Occam's Gator Didn't you ever tell your boss what they wanted to hear? There's gators in these parts, alright? I have to scare him off the property on an almost daily basis, but I've never seen any sort of Occam's Gator. No, sir. We going. Alright, I want to fish. Depart from the sweet sorrows of this place. Forsooth. Time to go to the Gatorman's hamlet. What? Uh-oh. You wander over to see what's up. Alphonse has discovered 2 burly men dressed in leather and furs, bearing the body of a dead big Gatorman. Well, considering the swamp ground, they're less burying it and more just covering it in mud. It looks like you killed a Gatorman, and I don't think my friend here is happy about that.
Kill Gatorman? Ah, who cares? Gatorman loser. This is worse. Look more.
You take a closer look at the body of the Gatorman before it disappears in the mud. He's dressed in some kind of uniform, with an official-looking cap, epaulets, and a big canvas bag.
You mean kill mailman? Crime biggest. Destroy!
The 2 men step away from the mailman's remains and into the clearing where they've set up a camp and small trading post. One of them eyes Alphonse murderously, while the other seems strangely serene. Step forward and confront them. Gonna kill some dudes, oh, gonna kill some dudes. Plod, plod, plod. The plod, plod, splosh of Alphonse's reptilian toes draws all activity in the clearing to a close. A hunter tanning a hide stops and raises his blade.
Oi, no gators! Get back! Get out of here, gator! Go on!
Ah, not boss. Shut up.
Attack the hunters. Shake and throw. They never work. Alright. Fondue deluge. Be cleansed by flame. And they are on fire. Let's see. Let's see. Heal myself, because if I don't, I'm going to regret it later. Abracadabra. And zap the dude less on fire. Let's see. Shadow Tongues. Alphonse Gator will speak in forbidden tongues, dealing 6 spooky damage to all enemies. This sounds like a good idea. Patong, that Cthulhu. Alright. Stilton Splatter. And kill the Healy guy. Always kill the Healy guy. Alright, Swamp Chomp. He's sharpening his axe. Alright, Mind Melt. And weapon attack. Jump. He's nearly dead. And a little bit less on fire. And he's about to be stabbing. Alright. Mind melt. Smash. He's nearly dead. He's nearly dead. He's sharpening his thing, but he's nearly dead. And unpleasant him no. And stab again. He dead. At last, their hunt is over. The swamp claims the body. You got an item, valuable hunting knife.
Justice served.
One of the men has a map tattooed on his back. That's why, for instance, cops and cowboys need partners to read the things tattooed on each other's backs. Location unlocked, Gatorman Village. Scope the place out. It's empty. It's only made of genuine leather. It doesn't contain genuine leather. The ambiguity is clear now, and the persons responsible for the original description has been sacked. Hunter's beans. A veritable hill of them. A hill of beans. Who wants to leave this clearing behind? Not quite yet. I haven't rated everything here. Poor unfortunate mailman. The egg is busted. So there was nothing here but a fight. Ooh. Alright, Gatorman Hamlet.
Wow, fine food. You take.
Oh, thanks. Shadow Pickle. Where'd you find this?
Hole?
Could you elaborate?
No, shut up.
What hole did you find that in, Alphonse? I am confused and concerned. Deeply concerned. The guards stop in their tracks and start sniffing suspiciously. They're almost certain to notice if you get any closer. Staying put isn't an option. What way do you want to go and how? Retreat.
I have no quarrel with you.
The handle on this fridge is busted. This is going to be a headache come lunchtime. No dice and no door opening either. Whoever smashed this handle is going to keep you out or keep something in. Maybe a magical talking sandwich. Maybe, game. Maybe. Potions. Shadow beer, physical armor. Bottle of pork soda. Ew. Shadow hot dog. Eat. Yes. Safe. Just got a combination lock. Sleeping Gatorman, unless he's lying about being asleep. Okay, would you like to do an alternative option of let this Gatorman continue sleeping? I guess so. That's what we're doing now, I suppose. Oh. Odd. Gatorman Village. Somebody's old campsite. It looks trashed. Amidst all the garbage strewn about, you find a shiny 78 combination wrench with CW painted on the side. You got an item, Charles's wrench. That's strange. Obviously this belongs to Charles, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd lose one of his tools carelessly. Nor the kind of guy who'd leave trash around his campsite. You look around more carefully and discover weird tracks in this mud. Big, clawed, bipedal tracks. Maybe Gatorman tracks? And there's a spot where some kind of scuffle clearly happened. Aw, geez. Well, that tears it. Charles Wallace must have gotten kidnapped by Gatorman. Maybe he dropped a wrench on purpose to attract your attention. Hopefully you find him soon. Fish. Continue fishing. Fish in a sack. fish in a sack. These guys seem pretty focused on their meal, their after-meal hygiene, and their after-hygiene rest, respectively.
Fight, fight, fight!
Excuse me, rude. Okay.
Unleash cheese!
Okay, they're probably resistant to sleaze damage. So, probably best to do spooky. And this guy looks like he may have a problem. Okay, come on, actually. These cans are useless, they're gonna get it down. Am dead. Am very dead. You lost. Don't feel bad. It's probably the last time you lose to these brutal so-and-sos. Take a moment to consider your failure. Go again. Alright, heal myself. Zim mozzarella. Unleash fire! Shake and throw. Oh, they actually worked this time! Hooray! Chomp. First off, rude. Alright. Put another... Of course it malfunctions. Of course it did. Of course it did. Cheese! Cheese, heal me. I'm at least a little less on fire, so you know, that's good. And I just got one-shotted by these guys. Covered with scabs. Why am I just so shit at this? Stench armor, cold armor. Baklava, sorry. Frigid ice cream scoop. Gonna try this one more time. Excuse me. Even more rude. Unleash.
Be cleansed by flame. I need more crowd control skills.
Alright, one more. Oh, hey, it actually worked for once. Hooray! Alright. Gitterman, speak the shadow's tongue. Excuse me, you are healing people. I do not appreciate that. You are clearly the one I should be killing first.
Get spooked, scrub!
Got that one over and done with, and you're probably dead. Ew. Okay, first off, heal me one.
Presto Camemberto.
And hit. And chomp. What are you eating that is making you heal? Cook ya. And there you go. You're now dead. You won. That'll teach these Gatormen to go about their regular daily routines when you're around. You gain 14 HP. Your Fobbameg ring twinkles. You got an item. Gator stick. You got Nicety pastry. You wouldn't feed this to a dog. You would throw this at a dog if the dog was clearly a threat. Nelson grows stronger. Excellent. What's in here? Like magpies and shiny objects, gators are compelled to hoard all of Grandfather's items. Grandfather's chair. Look through Grandfather's bags. You find a bundle of meat stashed in one of the bags. Apparently, the creatures have no need of money. You wonder how they can afford the rent on this place. Grandfather's disgusting bird bath. Search it. You're not sure that was such a great idea. You got the item. Grandfather's teeth. Just sell them, I guess? That's odd. Nothing should grow in here. The Gatormen put their rocks where they are done playing. Unlike most hanging sacks of gore in these places, this one is swarming with flies. While this is hardly the strangest thing you've seen over the last few days, it's definitely pretty weird. It looks like a ghostly man. Most obviously his head, but you can just barely make out his body if you squint. You reach out to touch him, but your hand passes right through. He doesn't respond to any attempts to get his attention. Instead, he seems focused on something you can't see to the left of that disgusting fly-covered meat hook. After a few minutes, the novelty wears off. The ghost is staring intently at something. But what? My inventory. Do I have anything that lets me see? Scuba helmet, Miller. Uncursed fedora. Welding mask. Stench armor. Physical armor. Broken coat. Alright. Shadow banishing ring. Inspiring ring. Boots ring. Thunder ring. Friendship ring. Fireproof Chibana's pants. Self-adhesive rivets. Vampire boots. Nelson the Finch. Boulder blocks the entrance. Push it. It seems pretty easy to make this song creepy by placing it in a disturbing context, but they really outdid themselves here. This building is way larger than it looks from the outside and is absolutely full of sleeping Gatormen. Time to get some experience, boys! Everyone's on fire. Oh, I can see what they're doing. Alright, he's on fire. Ouch. Shadow tongue. Alright, heal Alphonse, because he needs it, clearly. Kill the Rot Tooth, who deals a ton of damage. Kill the guy on fire. Speak the shadow tongue some more, Alphonse. Poison their minds. Ew. That's just gross. Alright. Time to heat him up. And time to kill one of these guys. Alphonse, you deserve to heal. I'm not even gonna bother with this one. Boom. You thin the herd a bit. A group of graders is a herd, right? You got an item swamp mushroom. The swamp mushroom does not appear in any mycology texts because mycologists famously refuse to get their sleeves wet. Whoops, it's not too late to turn tail and run. Why would I do that? Oh wait, I should probably check to see if I can get any of the finish any of the books I need to read. Okay. Parmesan Missile. Psychology of Panhandling. Maybe later. Advanced Projectile Physics. Reality Shift. Alright. I get 3 armor. Alright, now let's fight these guys. Gatorman Weedlord. Alright. Reality Shift. And light everyone on fire. Gatorman Scream Mouth. Alright. Throw it at the shielded guy. Alright, his shield is broken. He is on fire. He's gonna do a ton of damage if I don't get him first. Ouch. Ew. Ow. Speak the shadow tongue. Kill the Gatorman. I don't think Alfonso's got this. I mean, I could be wrong. He might just have it. No, he's not got this. If he could wait out a little longer, he might have. Alright. Guessing we should fight more Gatormen. Get some XP. Light 'em on fire, light 'em on fire. Alright. Deal hot damage to the Scream Mouth, because he deals crowd damage. And hit him first. Also, this is the exact party that we were fighting earlier. Like, quite literally the exact same dude. Alright. Kill the Scream Lord first. Recover you some HP. Oh gosh, dang it, Alphonse. Alright, heal self. Presto Idamo. Get rid of this dude. And this dude's gonna attack. It's gonna hurt like hell. Well, that did it. Your confidence wrote a check your combat prowess couldn't catch at the, the Gator Bank where you just tried to make a withdrawal. You realize that winning is better than losing, and you resolve to do better in the future. Fight more. I want that sweet, sweet XP. Actually, if I throw a rock at him, that'll probably get rid of the... Alright. Unleash. Unleash the fire. And then cook him. Ew. Alright, Screamer's dead. Meaning their big crowd guy's gone, but I'm probably still gonna take quite the hit. And of course, the bird just runs away. Alright, deal 6 damage, but this will keep him alive longer. Gosh, dang it. Okay, looks like we're gonna need to go somewhere else. Let's go to the hamlet, because that's, checking out the Moonshiner's cabin. I want some. This rotten stump is crawling with worms, and the worms are crawling within it. It's a ramshackle cabin. The pot has been demoted from soup to chamber. Ugh. Whoever was last here must have left in a hurry. There's still a poker game in progress. You draw cards until you beat all the hands that were left on the table, then you collect your winnings. There's a spare car tire leaning against the wall here. The tread pattern on this tire identifies it as a Lincoln, which sounds like an impressive piece of deduction, but honestly the top hat and beard were a dead giveaway. A rusty old fire-powered still, you're pretty sure these aren't meant to be operated indoors. It's full of ashes, but they're cold. Seems like nobody's been here a while. Couple of soggy bedrolls. There's a chaotic mess of animal tracks leading in all directions. You follow the duck tracks, which lead you through a lengthy sequence of locations that are of zero interest to non-ducks. Follow the cow tracks. There are several sets of tracks leading away from the cabin, including one that matches the tread pattern of that spare tire you found inside the shack. You follow the cow prints to a big hole in the ground next to which lie a pair of shoes with fake cow hooves nailed to the soles. Huh. Follow the badger tracks. You start following the badger tracks, but after a few minutes you realize this course of action might culminate in you encountering an actual badger, so you change your mind. Terrifying animals, just the absolute worst. Follow the cat tracks. You follow the cat tracks, but after a few minutes they lead up a tree you're not willing to climb. I guess if I'm being honest, it's really a tree you're not capable of climbing. I was just trying to preserve your dignity. What dignity? Follow the horse tracks. You follow the horse tracks to some water, but you don't drink it. I mean, why would you? It's nasty swamp water. Follow the human footprints. You follow the human footprints. They lead to, let's call it an improvised latrine, a few yards away from the cabin. You decline to investigate further. Follow the tire tracks. You follow the tire tracks until you lose track of them in the water near the partially submerged cave. Check out the cave! Maybe another one of those Gatorman campsites. Maybe the one who kidnapped Charles came this way. This campsite is similar to the previous one. A lot of Gatorman tracks, and a lot of discarded trash. These Gatormen sure are slobs. You also find a 15/16 combination wrench labeled CW. Looks like you're on the right track at least. Charles' other wrench. No fishing. This must be referring to deeper water that's way over to the right. Disobey! I caught glowing ooze! Green goo. Perhaps one day the world will be ready for the secrets of it. Continue fishing. Fish in a sack. And, Pestilent Gulch. Whatever that means. Moonshiner's Cave. Ooh. It's a weird shadow pocket. Reach inside. You stick your hand in the hole and grab the first thing your fingers brush against and yank it back out. You got an item, shadow grease. The pocket vanishes with an otherworldly pop. This Ford truck has been outfitted with Lincoln tires. That's a little ominous. It's a vein of confident limestone. You listen carefully to the stone. It gives you good advice and the materials with which to implement it. These Gatormen have gotten into someone's stash of hooch. They're popping the bottle caps off with their teeth, guzzling down the contents, and just generally having too much of a good time to take notice of you. A couple of shady-looking characters furtively skulking in this cave. Hi. Hi. Hello. Who are you guys? We're the Schlitz brothers. I'm Clem, and shut up, Clem. This might be a pro-he. I ain't Clem, and I ain't Jarvis. Relax, guys. I'm a prohibition agent. I'm not a prohibition agent. My name's Calvin. Whew, that's a relief. Sure is good to meet you, Calvin. And what are you two doing in this cave? Not Clem and not Jarvis. What happened? The short version, please. Short version is a pack of mean varmints stole our hooch down back a cave there. Also, I locked the truck keys inside my truck on accident. This caper's been a real carnival of errors, that's for sure. I'll see what I can do. You could probably jimmy the door if you had a coat hanger. In fact, I do. You get the car unlocked, but the coat hanger's lost in the process. They growl at you menacingly, plainly too sozzled to just jump up and attack you. On the other hand, if you get too near their booze, they could change in an instant. Offer to mix them some drinks. Are you guys just drinking them stuff straight? Drink booze, so? Well, cocktailing isn't my specific wheelhouse, but I know a couple of recipes that I could mix you up some drinks that would go down smoother than the pure ethanol you're drinking right now. Taste good? Yes, mixed drinks. Great, I think I have the ingredients for one I call a Mickey Finn that I'm sure you'll... Oh. I see. A dash of bitters, a splash of orange juice, and a light dusting of soporific toadstool spores later, and the gatormen are snoring loudly on the floor. Just like a gift horse, don't look a drunken gator in the mouth. Their teeth are creepy. It's Jarvis and Clem's hooch. What's left of it? Jarvis nods kindly at you, but Clem is clearly fretting about the truck. I dealt with the gators. You can get your hooch, at least what's left of it. You hand over the case you picked up. Well, heck, that's great news. Thanks, fellow. I'll get the loading truck in a jiffy. I unlocked your truck for you. Well, dang, that's a load off my mind. Thanks, pal. I'm driving this time. Yeah, that's fair. Looks like you guys are good to go. Sure does. Thanks a million, fella. You really saved our bacon. And how? We ain't got much to offer you, but the way of rewards, feel free to grab a crate of the hooch. Thanks, ya. Thanks. They quickly load off the truck of the hooch in the back of the truck and drive away. Unfortunately, you forgot to pay attention to how they get the truck through the wee tree hole. Oh well, maybe next time. Alright. Any other new... Oh, right, I was heading to the hamlet, wasn't I? Alright, let's just fight the people. Wait, who are you? Vincent Stemple. Alright, first things first, unleash the cheese! All y'alls are all on fire. And let's heal him before he dies. And let's see, spooky. Tends to drink some blood, doubling your moxie. Deal with the ground control first. Deal with that. Ew. Okay, why do you get an attack from this? Hobo Clobber. Thank you, Mr. Man. Alright, dealt with the crowd controller. Alright. Heal Alphonse Gator again. I meant to heal him, not me. That worked too, I suppose. Nelson, Alphonse, you gotta stay alive in order to get the XP, my dude. Wow, you won. You could make a suitcase out of the Gatorman's skin, then you could have a suitcase that catches fire in the daytime to go with your one that catches fire at night. You got a hollow gator tooth. and condensed swamp gas. Lovely. Fight him. Why not? Okay, first off, throw a rock at this guy. Unleash Shaze! Alright. That guy's one on fire. And I know this guy is going to heal, so I'm going to kill him first. Alright, no one is damaged, so I'm going to send this flying at him. I should have dealt more damage. Like, way more. Got rid of him. That one's on fire. Speak the dark words, Alphonse. Okay, first off, heal Alphonse. And then get rid of this guy. Speak the shadow tongue. Kill them all. You did it. And now smack him. Those gators should have avoided you. You've got gator skin pants, 46 meat, gator cheese. You're going to choose not to interrogate the biological means by which this stuff is produced. This must be the second shift. Luckily, they're all facing the other way. Excuse me, they should not have gotten the drop on me. Alright, unleash. Unleash fire! Let's see. Mr. Weed Lord has the ability to, Alright, deal hunt damage. And what else? Beast leads damage, more hot damage. Always get rid of the crowd control first, because he can hit everybody. Speak the shadow words, Alphonse. They will grant you power. How dare you shiv my bird? That's rude. Incredibly rude. Heal Alphonse because he's about to take a massive hit to the face. Kill this guy, he's gonna hit harder. Speak the words of darkness. This guy's gonna hit me like a truck. Okay. Let's see if I have another action that I can do. Cure poison. Remove bleeding. Get rid of this guy because he's going to deal more damage. Please don't one-shot me. Please don't one-shot. Oh, last minute hit point. Thank goodness. Yes! You've dispatched the guard gators, and your path forward is clear. You got a nasty pastry and swamp lunch. A slab of bone and flesh from some animal too distasteful to even mention, let alone eat. Gatormen are remarkably good at building fires in a couple inches of water. I mean, that's a feat in and of itself. Alright, what's in here? This seems to be where the Gatormen... Let's see, people... A forge. Presumably for... Grab one. Froggen fork. Okay, is it better than what I've got? Oh, it does do better. That's way better. Terrible rusty metal fridge dangles from the ceiling. In this terrible musty red hop. Got dried swamp meat. This gatorman seems less aggressive than is typical for these guys. Hi there.
Wait, human, not eat. Great.
Thanks, I appreciate it. You seem a bit more relaxed than the rest of the gator folk.
Yes, everyone crazy, don't know reason. Not belong, leave swamp.
Where will you go? Oh, like a hobo. Hobo what? Basically someone who travels from place to place because they're looking for work or just don't have anywhere specific to be.
Yes, hobo gator. First thought, need weapon, defend self.
Ask about the hobo code. Offer him a weapon. I'm going to give him a valuable hunting knife.
No thanks, weapon weak, need power.
Okay, I'll try to find you something stronger. Hollow gator tooth. Offer him a weapon. It's literally one of the highest damaging items I have. Gator stick. Okay, I'll find you something strong. Can I upgrade what? Can I upgrade weapons in this game and I just haven't been doing it? Okay. Barbecue tongue, barbecue spatula, extra small day ranger, fairy skull wand, barbecue fork. Nope, doesn't look like it. There's apparently where the gatormen keep their billions upon billions of swarming bugs. Exterminate some of them. First off, light them all on fire. Bugs burn. Burn all the bugs. Sing an unpleasant hymn. Stab them with a fork. Speak the shadow tongue, Alphonse. Okay, that got rid of one swarm of bugs. Why does everything in this game hit like a truck? Poison. Alright. Pokemon cook 'em. Oh, the swamp bees are probably what's causing them problem. Get rid of the bees. Shadow speak, Alphonse. More Alphonse. One of them just went scorch. Cook them. And stab them. We did it! Gain 19 HP and swamp honey. Actually, can I... How much XP do I have currently? I have 174. Gorgonzola's Guile, Mysticality. Right, I have some skill books too. Space Times Rainbow. Get a range damage perk. Maybe later. Field Manual. Pour over the notes. And now, Parmesan is probably a bit more of a force to be reckoned with. Maybe later. Maybe later. No, I refuse. Do it. Not right now. And let's kill some more bugs. Okay, these guys are in health. First things first, prevent that. Alright, first off, heal Hard Rock Hess. Thank you for the daily sacrifice. I did not mean to heal myself for that. Spooky damage. Stab. Also, glad to see you here. How you doing, Hard Rock Hess? First off, rude. Speak the shadow tongue, Alphonse. Kill them dead. Doing okay? I am doing pretty well, actually. I've been having a pretty good week so far. Just been, playing some games, having a good week at work. Not really much I can complain about, really. Alright, chomp. I've also been working on some art projects in my free time. I've been, working on... What else have I been working on? I'm working on some stuff. Oh, I'm actually doing a, quote-unquote hangout stream on Friday. That's gonna be fun, I think. You, come talk. It's unclear if... get strong. Kill stupids. That doesn't include me, does it? Not yet. But yeah, the Horrible Hangout stream is where I work on some of my side projects while also playing Spirit City and just kind of hanging with chat. It's going to be something a bit more low-key just because I find... Because, you know, I have my day job and taking care of my son and other stuff. Sometimes it makes it kind of hard to find time to work on my side projects, so I thought this might be a fun way to kind of do it while still... keeping everything kind of to a head. It's probably going to be more of a once-a-month thing, though, if I had to be... If I had to, like, say how frequently I do them. Light the bugs on fire! I can imagine the Void and the Offspring makes stuff like that rare. Yeah, well, not as rare as you'd think, but it's more of a just, sometimes I have things to do, so it's like... I want to make sure that I'm still working on things because I have a lot of projects and ideas and whatnot just always buzzing around my head. So I want to make sure I can get them out of there. Did I just get one-shotted by a swarm of beetles? They're killing my gator. They're killing my gator! Wrong ability. Wrong ability, Alphonse. You did your best. You died. You died, Alphonse. Glub. Alright. Is there anything else I can do with this? Force the door. With great effort, you force the door open. Released from his refrigerated cave, a cold man squirms out from the monk, gasping for air. My God, you are my savior! One more day trapped in there, and I would have succumbed completely to despair. Who are you? I'm Fabian, an illustrator of natural sciences, arid steppes, glittering birds of ice, but lately my interests have taken me to these damp lands. I am in my soggy period. How'd you get in there? I was traveling to the swamp to sketch the native cypress, only to be caught in a net by these Gatoresque men. At first they allowed me to roam within the confines of this camp. But when I shouted for help at a passing truck, I was put into the refrigerator. What truck? Oh, it hurtled through the camp like a bass out of hell. It was a boy and a girl at the wheel. I called out, "Stop, I am a prisoner. Take me with you," but they drove on. What makes a person do that? Where was the truck headed? North of here, I'm sure of it. North of here, huh? And since that driver at large Aunt Basson was confident the truck could only make it 11 miles at most, he subtract from 11 the distance between this camp and the fishery. Seized with destructive euphoria, you do some quick calculations, which in your haste come out very wrong. You do them again, not rushing it this time, producing a very promising lead. Ask about Charles. Charles? No, I would remember someone with such an unusual name. Alright, not gonna buy that. Am I not soggy enough? Oh well. Well, let's do a fight. Is it probably gonna end well? No, but I'ma do it anyway. Why? Because I feel like it. That is literally the entire reason. Spooky hymno! I'm getting a lot of turns this time around. You hit my bird again, Mr. Gator. Thankfully, you won't be long in this world. Like an alarm clock wired to a tranquilizer gun, you woke him up just to put him back to sleep. You got a game immense combo. I got 182 meat. Alright. That is probably enough for the day, just because we are kind of getting to the, let's see. All combat sounds will be replaced by spider noises. I'll find that out in the future. We're going to exit the game for now and head back to just chatting for a little bit of a sum up. I'm glad everyone was here today. What am I doing? Yes, I'm going over a few announcements. So, that was Shadows over Loathing. We made a bit of progress in the quest, as well as, 2 side quests. That was kind of annoying that it literally queued back into myself. Why am I hearing myself twice? Anyway. So. Where was I? Right. Okay, so, this Friday, we are going to be playing... We're not going to be playing anything. I'm going to be working on a couple of side projects. I believe in this case I will be working on some writing for a short story taking place in my, the expanded lore of the setting I am writing. And I believe I am going to... Oh, yes. I'm going to play Spirit City in the meantime as sort of a cozy thing to have in the background while I do the work and read chat, which I'm very glad I managed to fix in OBS finally, because that was bugging me for like 2 weeks. And then this Friday, we are going to... Not this Friday. This Tuesday, we are going to be playing... What was it? We are going to be playing... Actually, what are we going to be playing? I need to determine that, actually. We'll figure that out, and I will do that with the schedule announcement Friday, but I will be figuring it out before then. Do not you worry. Also, I will be having a little bit more content to give you during the week of during the time of the 20th and the 29th, because Mrs. Cawthorn and Baby Cawthorn are going to visit her mother so that she can work on some of her quilting projects. And if you want some more information quickly, of course, shameless Discord plug as usual, you can find it here. I believe the link is still working. And I believe as for raids tonight, I am going to send you all to Just Stabby. And I'm going to wait a second for everyone to be back just so that I can actually discuss these while people... Yes, we are Sarbing. Alright, but I will send you Sarby's way. She is playing Stardew Valley. And I think that might be a nice little palate cleanser from my nonsense. So, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. And remember, at Corvid Communications, we won't leave you eating crow.